Hello and welcome to Grid Legends. Out surprisingly to me because I didn't realize it was coming out because I'm obsessed with Elden Ring and where a lot's going to go at the moment. But you know, Grid's here. I got the notification that it is available through the EA Play sub. 10 hours then on the non-pro and then full game on the pro. And yeah, so it's here and it's interesting. PC here, 8700K, 2080 Ti, and getting a lot of microstutters. I'll get onto like graphics settings in a bit, and what I've changed, I've mostly just knocked everything down to high except for texture quality, which I've already explained it already. But I'm still getting a lot of microstutters, and it isn't performance related because even like lowering my resolution from 4K down to 1080p, the microstutters are still present where they're just there, and it's just like just there on the frame time graph all the time, and it's very frustrating, very frustrating. At least through the story stuff that you're forced to go through at the beginning of the game, and have to go through to get into the main menu before you can even change anything properly. So yeah, you've got 36 story parts here. Your career is like a load of different events, different like categories here to go through, which seems interesting. You do have like, it seems like different challenges and stuff, and different time trials and different things. You know, the typical thing you see in racing games these days with hot lap challenges and whatever else for the community to work on at the same time. Your social for your quick race and creating sessions and finding EA friends. Race creator, which you can, like, if you look at the bottom, you've got host privacy, so you can open the race, the offline race that you go to actually set up. You can open to anyone. And I did just have a random person just join my race by just accidentally having it open early without realizing, which is cool in a sense, but I kind of wish that it set you as offline first. I get that they want it to be involving the community all the time, but it's I missed it for at least the first race and ended up with a random person in my lobby while I was trying to set things up. Got your garage here with all the different types of cars available that you can end up buying and that kind of thing. So got that, team details and teammate development, mechanic development, and then you've got your gameplay settings here. Difficulty, which I pretty much just turned to high. I don't think I really changed anything else. You can change your career race length as well. Your ABS and traction control is automatically turned off at the highest difficulty level whenever you select it, which is disappointing in a sense because I kind of wish that some of that I've enjoyed, like having, you know, Sims and over the last number of years having like the option to do realistic, to each car that has TC or ABS can have them turned on. On-screen display here, you've got your different options for your online stuff. Game's got crossplay and all that. Controls, I'm currently using my Xbox controller. I've not used my wheel yet. I don't think I'm necessarily planning to, but you can calibrate the device, which is nice to see Codemasters throwing in something, seeing as you don't really get that in the F1 games at least, which is also very frustrating. Running at 4K, game defaulted to everything being maxed out. But there was like just little frame drops down at 57 outside of the microstutter stuff, so turning everything that wasn't text or quality down to high, from ultra high to high, at least helps get rid of that for now. And yeah, it has built-in spatial audio settings straight off the bat, which is intriguing as well. So gameplay wise, it feels a lot like the original Grid. I've not played much of the other Grids, but the original Grid from like the late 2000s, the late noughties, it feels very similar to that. A more refined version of that, which is fine. It's not something I'm necessarily going to involve myself deep in, but it feels solid from what I've played, and the AI at max difficulty feels not impossible to beat, especially seeing as I was already beating them like in the first race around Brands Hatch. Maybe people are just slow at Brands Hatch in rain, but you know, we'll see. So whenever you go into you've got modifiers, you can do it or boosts or ramps. If you turn boost, it seems you can't, like, each circuit has a variation of what they can have. So like if you turn boosts, if you have ramps on only, it can only do the Indy circuit at Brands Hatch, for example, and not the GP circuit, and vice versa, where boosts only seem to be available on the GP circuit. So you've got that, you've got your different racing disciplines. So if you choose circuit racing, you'll get your genetic cups and your DT3s and your prototypes and your formula cars, open wheel racers and old style stuff and stock cars. You know, your typical like racing fare that you see on TV every weekend. You got your drifting stuff, electric stuff, which varies from the hyper hybrids all the way down to their attempt at Formula E. Then you can do elimination and head to head and all that based on whichever car you want. So, you know, like whoever's last at a certain time will be eliminated and that kind of thing. Multi-class, you can have up to 5 classes at the same time, which is cool. And yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to go with Circuit and we're going to go with GT3. So the GT3 class is your BMW M6, your Ginetta G55, and your Renault RS01. So not the best, not the most. We're going to go with Brands Hatch. What we do with Barcelona, Brands Hatch, Chicago, Crescent Valley, Dubai, Havana, Indianapolis, London, Moscow, Mount Panorama, Akutama GP, Akutama Sprint. It's interesting that they're separate. Paris, the Red Bull Ring, San Francisco, Sepang, Shanghai, Strada Alpina, Shanghai's a street circuit by the way, Suzuka, Sydney Motorsport Park, Yokohama Docks, and Zhejiang circuit. I do believe Yokohama Docks was in the original grid. I'm guessing it's been through every grid. I think Chicago was too, so maybe a lot of these tracks, it's been a long time since I played them, so maybe a lot of these tracks are there. You've got your reverse circuits are available as well, and your rain is like day with rain, snow, storm, overcast or clear, then afternoon clear, and then sunset with some options. Overcast is only available during the day time. You can set your laps from 1 all the way up to 99. I'm not going to go all the way up to 99 here. We'll do it for like 6 laps. Then you can have AI from 2 to all the way to 22, at least on this track. I don't know if it like actually varies. Yeah. We'll do random. We'll just do random. Hopefully it doesn't put me at the very front, but if it does, it does. We'll do... No. It moves very quickly on this. It doesn't feel like it was set up properly for a controller left and right with how it's working. We'll go with the hardest AI difficulty and a rolling start. So this is the last of what you're going to hear from me. Hopefully the race works well. I'm just going to try and do this one take unless it goes really, really bad, but we'll run through what we have. So best of luck, and hopefully the stutters don't come across too bad.
Brands Hatch is alive with anticipation for this event. Nell, what are your thoughts?
last lap was a 1:28.1. Last lap was a 1:29.7. Last lap was a 1:27.7.